Welcome to a chilling tale that's sending shivers down spines across Iowa and beyond. I'm your host, and tonight we're diving into the shocking claims of Lucy Studi, whose father Donald may have been something far more sinister than anyone ever imagined. Imagine for a moment, if you will, standing in the quiet woods near Thurman, Iowa, where an old well stands as a silent sentinel. This is the center of a mystery that's gripping the nation, Lucy claims her father, Donald Studi, was no ordinary man, but a monstrous serial killer who may have buried up to 70 women over decades. Lucy tells us she grew up in fear and secrecy. She says her father, Donald, would lure women from Omaha back to his property in Iowa and dispose of their bodies with the help of his children. It's a harrowing story that paints Donald as someone who hid in plain sight, right under everyone's noses. But how did it all start? According to Lucy, she first reported her father's crimes to authorities decades ago when she was just a child. She says Nebraska and Iowa officials ignored her claims, dismissing them without proper investigation. How many more victims could have been saved if they had taken her seriously? Lucy's brother committed self-harm at 39, leaving behind years of unanswered questions about his family's dark past. One sister, Susan Studi, vehemently denies Lucy's accusations and paints a picture of their father as a strict but loving parent. But can we really trust someone who has everything to lose by admitting the truth? The hunt for evidence began in earnest when Lucy approached authorities again in 2021. Local, state, and federal agencies are now involved in one of the largest investigations of its kind, scouring the property where Donald allegedly buried his victims. Despite a lack of concrete proof so far, cadaver dogs have picked up on hits that suggest human remains might be present. Can you imagine what it's like to stand at an old well, knowing there could be secrets buried deep within? It's a scene straight out of a horror movie, yet this is real life for the people involved. And as the investigation continues, every second seems to bring them closer to uncovering one of the darkest chapters in Iowa's history. But what about Lucy herself? She says she grew up with an alcoholic father who was addicted to gambling and stealing from his jobs. He had 2 wives who also committed self-harm, adding another layer of tragedy to this family story. Donald himself attempted self-harm at least twice, but he never faced justice for the crimes he allegedly committed. Now that her father is gone, Lucy says she doesn't feel anything towards him anymore. Can they find closure and a proper burial for their loved ones? The search continues as investigators work tirelessly to piece together this horrifying puzzle. Every clue could bring them one step closer to understanding the full extent of Donald Studi's alleged crimes. This story is not just about uncovering the truth, it's also about justice for those who can no longer speak up for themselves. As we wait for more answers, let's remember the countless victims whose lives were cut short by this alleged monster. So, what would you do if someone close to you was accused of such terrible crimes? Would you stand by them or seek the truth? This is just one part of a larger story that's unfolding in Iowa. Stay tuned for more updates as we bring you closer to understanding this chilling tale. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more episodes, where we dive into the darkest corners of true crime stories from around the world. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the truth behind these haunting narratives.